So, in a world where there's all these shiny new editors, I know you know where I'm going with this. What has kept you as a Vim guy for all this time? Do you stray from that path ever? Is it just like riding a bike at this point? I came
Oh,
to the
that's an
game.
interesting one.
I came to the game when VS Code was pretty much introduced, or before that, I was using Sublime. But I'm in a world now where I rely heavily on these GUI editors and all of that. What is the allure? The why do you love Vim?
There's a double answer to that, and one of them is maybe going to be disappointing to those of you who know me as a Vim user. But first of all, I still do love Vim. Let's just get that out of the way. I still do love it. I find it to be really efficient. I love the way it makes me think. Like I don't think in terms of just character and code as much as sometimes when I'm doing heavy editing, it's like this. Um, in Vim parlance, I think of text objects a lot. I think of I need to do this to this text object, and that just translates naturally to, I need to change within these quotes. Well, CA quote. I need to delete a line, just DD. Like I think that way, and that makes me more efficient. I've noticed. I also love how flexible it is. And yes, VS Code, Sublime, heck, going back to TextMate, they are very customizable editors. But Vim and Emacs kind of bump it up a little bit higher than they do, giving you access to so much of the editor in just basic extension code. That said, as I've become more of a team leader, I've stepped more and more back into VS Code because that's what my team uses.
Hmm.
I still have VS Vim installed and so I still use those editor extensions there.
Yep.
But I've
Yep.
found that it's beneficial to be able to do things like take advantage of VS Code's live share feature, or even I have a teammate who's struggling with a problem. I can dig in with them because I use that editor now enough day to day to help them. Or a new teammate comes in and I can recommend, instead of just generic, oh, this language server is great, or I have these kinds of plugins in Vim, you should find them for VS Code. I can actually say, these extensions are actually working really well for me in this area.
That is an extremely interesting point there. So you're almost being corralled into the world of the newer, shinier editors because of the wide adoption from the masses, and it's just easier to help someone out, or because of these features like the screen sharing that's part of it, or Code with Me is in IntelliJ, right, where you can kind of share your screen and jump on
Yeah.
a live server and edit with each other side by side.
I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm corralled into it. I think it's a very conscious choice to do this. Like, it was a very conscious choice to say I'm going to do this instead of kind of continue to go my own way. But yes, the popularity of them has been an impact on that choice.
Yeah, well, you're a rare breed, and I respect that. I don't want to say fantasize, but there is some glory to looking at a mouse and just saying, "I don't need you. I can do everything with this keyboard. I don't need it at all."
Yeah, I do get that, and I switched back to Mac recently as well for similar reasons, and also for the reasons of I did have, it's a rare occurrence, but I did have enough occurrences of being knocked out for hours to days because of some Linux upgrade or accidental mistake I'd
Oof.
made, that
Yeah.
it makes more sense for me to be back on Mac. And that's one thing I miss is I had a really great keyboard driven workflow for everything. Xmonad with XFCE as my main operating system and windowing environment meant that everything was keyboard driven. I loved it.
Hmm.
I'm still trying to get back to that on Mac. I have Hammersmith installed. I've been waiting to really configure it to try to recreate that kind of same feeling. Haven't gotten there yet.
Well, I have my fingers crossed for you.